So, what do you actually do during the waiting period? How do you handle this waiting period where it seems like nothing is happening? There's no movement going towards your manifestation or your desire or your interpretation of the 3D circumstances is that it's going in the opposite direction of your manifestation. And again, it's an interpretation because you assign meaning to everything. But what do you do in this case? Like, how do you handle this? The short answer is you don't actually do anything. You continue to be. You continue to maintain the state of being where you already have your manifestation, already experienced it. So there's actually no waiting period at all. You're not waiting for anything. Because if you already had it, you're perceiving it right now as waiting. But that also means that you are not in the state of already having it. I want you to think about that. Again, all it is a perspective shift. So, how do you handle this waiting period? You recognize that you're not waiting for anything because it's already yours. And the only reason why you think, well, no, I can't do that because it's not here. I see in the 3D external reality, my manifestation, my desire is not here. You are letting the 3D external reality dictate your state of being. And you're letting it dictate it in a way where you're now in lack. Use it, though, as a tool to become aware that you're now in a state of lack, and now shift that. Decide that no, I am in a state of abundance. I already have it. There is no waiting period. And when you're in that state of like, oh yeah, like I already have it, then what am I waiting for? Nothing. That's the answer. You're not waiting for anything. That's how you actually handle the waiting period, is by recognizing that there is no waiting period to begin with. So then how do you handle it practically in the 3D? How do you respond to things in the 3D? You live your life fully from the perspective of someone who already has the manifestation, who's already experienced the desire. And a lot of people think that this means they need to, everything that they're thinking, feeling, assuming, believing, perceiving 24/7 has to be related to their manifestation or desire. No, no, it does not. And the reason for that is because for things that you know to be true, that are already manifested in your 3D physical reality, you know them to be true. Your birthday, for example, the city you live in, the place that you live in, your address, your family members, your friends. You know those to be true. They're your friends, they're your family members, right? You don't think about them 24/7 naturally as you simply be, right? It's normal to you. It's just normal and natural to you. When it comes up, sure, from time to time, if there's something related to that, like you're planning a birthday party, then obviously you think about your friends. Of course, then in that moment, you think about that friend that has a birthday party. But you're not thinking about them 24/7. And simply because you're no longer thinking about them 24/7 does not mean that they're no longer your friend, right? So you have to understand that this waiting period, first of all, does not exist. And second of all, when you are being the version of you that already has your desire, it does not mean that you need to constantly be doing or thinking or feeling or emoting or have anything to do with it being related to your desire. You don't need to do that. You just simply be, rest in the knowing that it's done, trust in that process, and that's it. Okay? So no waiting period because the waiting period doesn't exist. Oh, and another point here is because all there is the present now moment, anyways. If you're simply in the waiting period because you're in the waiting, you're just manifesting more of the state of waiting, right? But you are embodying the state of fulfillment. You can't possibly be in the state of waiting if you're in the state of fulfillment. That's also another way to look at it.